Hello, hello. I'm Melissa Gaskin. I'm a doTERRA Gold leader and have been with doTERRA almost 7 years. So welcome to our webinar on the BOGO oil. So this year, March of 2022, doTERRA did a Life in Color theme, which was super fun last week at our doTERRA leadership event. We wrapped it up with a Life in Color street party, which was fun. But I am really going to dive into each of these oils. This webinar, I estimate to take about 10-15 minutes. So be sure to text March BOGO to my customer service number. I'm going to read that off to you. I have this customer service number so that you can get links like this very easily. And it's the best way to get in touch with me. So the number is 970-718-5285. You're going to text the word March BOGO, just that, in the subject line, and then set send, and it'll automatically send you this ebook, which is awesome. So thanks for being here. And my goal today is really for you to take away one new thing about each of these oils, one new way to incorporate them into your daily routine and daily habit. So let's start. So first up, and this is exactly what the ebook will look like. So first up, we're just going to go in alphabetical order. It is not based on how the pairings were or the box, anything like that. I am going to spend some time talking about citrus bloom since that was included in the box. So you'll learn a little bit more about citrus bloom too. Okay, so let's start with Adaptiv Capsules. These are amazing for high stress or when you have anxious feelings, worry, everyday tension. They are fairly small. So a lot of times people ask me, what are the size of the capsules? These are fairly small capsules. You'll see there, it's like a vegetable glycerin capsule. But this is a highly studied, research-based supplement to support your nervous system's response to stressors. Our bodies are not meant to be in that fight or flight mode all the time. And what's happened with technology, stressors, media, social media, is that we get on there and it heightens your blood pressure, increases worry or tension, increases the comparison, uncertainty with yourself, and all of the things that we have dealt with even more so over the last 2 years. This will support you. I highly believe in these. I take them on a regular basis, and it has really helped me just not be as quick to respond or reactive, be more even keel. When I find myself like worried or going down that train of just constant like, well, what if this could happen? What if this could happen? This is the first thing that I think of. Like, go take my capsule, put on the Adaptiv oil, and really reset, because it's a direct nervous system support. Included in this capsule, you have the Adaptiv blend, which is lavender, coriander, wild orange, and fennel. And you have ahi flower, gamma amabutic acid, sclerotium as well. So yes, support your mood, support your emotions, balance your emotions with the Adaptiv capsules. So this is a, more information on that. You'll definitely be able to read through it in the ebook. Okay, next up, we've got AirX. AirX is, I would call it Breathe's counterpart, or Breathe's assistant. You've got cardamom, which is a very powerful respiratory support to just clear airways and open airways. Many times when our family has any sort of stuffy airways, etc., cardamom is my go-to. It is spicy, but it works so much faster. I know a lot of people love Breathe. Breathe has cardamom in it, but we just use a lot of plain cardamom for that situation. Years ago, when we had really bad fires and it compromised the quality of air, this AirX is outstanding to diffuse during those times, just because all that smoke is irritant to your nasal cavity, causing other side effects. And so the AirX really just helped keep our house clean and pure and support that air quality. So it has Litsea, tangerine, grapefruit, frankincense, and cardamom. It's meant for freshening the air. You can use it topically or internally. So, and that's the beauty of our oils. They have supplement facts, which tells you, it says 1 drop diluted in 4 ounces of liquid. So this is and one that you can take internally, whereas Breathe you cannot take internally. But it's all great to support your respiratory system, airways as well. So next up, oh, and this is where Airx comes from. I love this little graph because it shows the impact that we make worldwide, which is just beautiful. We're supporting rural farmers. Many of them have only an acre or 2 of land, and we're supporting their livelihood and providing with their family, and also teaching them at the same time how to have high quality, uncompromised essential oils. And they're so thankful for it because we pay them fairly, on time, and properly. And so it's pretty awesome. But I would love to go to Guatemala and see that cardamom farm. I feel like it would be be cardamom farms, because I know there's multiples. Okay, next up, we've got balance. Balance is for grounding and calm. Here's our balance oil. It is a blend of frankincense, spruce, hoe wood, blue tansy, blue chamomile, osmanthus, and it does have fractionated coconut oil. So balance is one that, because it already has some fractionated coconut oil in the bottle, it's so easy to put on your skin and you get max absorption automatically. I always recommend using coconut oil when you do apply essential oils, just because it increases the absorption that is actually going in your skin. Less is flashing off from your warm body. So science has shown in recent years that it does matter. And if you add that coconut oil, your body absorbs more of the essential oils and less is getting lost in the air. So this is a great way for occasional stress, creating a really balanced or supportive, calming environment. I know many people diffuse this in their workspace or at home or around homework time, if it's the end of the day and the kids are wound and there's homework yet to be done. But it's really good for just calming. I personally love putting this on pulse points over my heart or even the bottoms of my feet. And it's just for grounding and calming. It's very, very supportive. There's a lovely shower melt recipe in here, and it shows you also where our oil comes from. So you got the spruce from Canada, blue tansy from Morocco, Ethiopian Oman for the frankincense in our balance blend. Okay, next up, we have Beautiful Touch. So Beautiful Touch came out several years ago, and it's the captivating blend. It came out actually at a convention, and it was such a hit that they have kept it full time. So you cannot order it regularly, but it does, make its appearance from time to time in BOGOs, sometimes around like Mother's Day or special promotions. It's just a really beautiful blend of osmanthus, lime, bergamot, frankincense. And one of the reasons that we don't have it all the time is because osmanthus is an oil that we have in other oils, but we do not just have osmanthus. And I know that we are really, one of our focuses is really to be 100% sustainable in the next, 30, 40 years, and make sure that we're set up for success with our expansive growth. We're almost a $1.5 billion company, and we're in the top 10 of companies, of direct sales companies, and we've had faster growth than Apple in the last 10 years, which is pretty amazing. Well, actually, it was like Apple growth in the first 3 years, something like that. So that just speaks so much to the high quality of our essential oils, being the #1 essential oil company in the world. And only 40% of our market is in the United States, which is pretty crazy as well, that 60% of our market is elsewhere in the world. So beautiful. It's just a beautiful blend for just a captivating aroma. It's a great perfume substitute, and you just roll it on your palms, inhale from your hands. I like to roll this as like where you would put a perfume on your neck. So yeah, it's a beautiful, it's kind of a citrus floral, in my opinion, or so. But it's a very, grounding, but yet bright and uplifting aroma, because it's light. Here's where all of those oils come from. You got our Brazilian lime in this, and our bergamot from Italy. So yeah, let's move on to our next one, Breathe Touch. So Breathe Typically, it also comes in a 15 ml roller, but this, or a 15 ml bottle, but this, we have it in the roller. There were a handful of rollers in this BOGO, which I love because rollers are very convenient for on the go. And usually that's the only thing that I take with me. A lot of times I'll have a 15 ml of peppermint or peppermint beadlets, but I always have rollers because they're just convenient and easy for kids, for myself, etc. So breathe, of course, is that opening airways, clearing our respiratory system, supporting deep breath, any sort of stuffy head, any sort of seasonal threats that might be coming in and irritating your sinuses. Excuse me. So you can, with this, you can rub the inside of your palms, take deep breaths from your palms. I always recommend that people use your breathe like an inhaler to open those airways really deep. So yes, inhale from your nose and hold it in your lungs, but also cup your palm over your hand, or your hand over your palm, and put your mouth in the hole. Take a deep breath through your mouth, and you'll feel the cooling sensation in a different way than all the way through your sinuses. And it gets directly into those lungs as well. So laurel leaf, eucalyptus, peppermint, tea tree, lemon, cardamom, robinsera, and robinsera are all in this blend. A lot of those are for natural expectorants, natural mucolytics. So you're thinning mucus, you're breaking up mucus and supporting your airways. This is a very effective oil if you have respiratory concerns. I have seen that firsthand with my husband as well. Okay, next up, only in our BOGO box with Citrus Bloom. Citrus Bloom is amazing for citrus aroma. I just got one of those little bubble diffusers that you don't add water to, and immediately the first thing I put in it was Citrus Bloom, and I stuck it in our bathroom, our guest bath and our kids' bath that is shared. And it's awesome because every time you walk in there, it's motion activated and it just spritz a little bit of essential oils, which is awesome. So it has wild orange, lavender, grapefruit, Roman chamomile, and magnolia. It's very floral, very citrus, but perfect for spring as we transition and you want some uplifting aromas, maybe a little more floral that is nice for just like those sunny days, right? Or if you want to bring the sun inside, if it's been a little bit of a cloudy day like it is here today in Colorado. You can make your own foaming hand soap. You can make your own bars of soap. You can make room sprays out of the Citrus Bloom with just water and our continuous spray mister. This is a great alternative for your room fresheners or air fresheners that many times have toxic chemicals or endocrine disruptors in them, which are alarming and really concerning to our health long term. A big contributor to a lot of the things that are going on right now in our health, from autoimmune diseases to respiratory conditions to weakened immune systems. All of those things, the chemicals in our environment tie directly back to those ailments. And so really making those safe swaps and making that shift into our home makes a huge difference. So highly recommend using Citrus Bloom in those ways. It will be a game changer in your home to minimize those toxins. Okay, next up, we've got lavender. Now, lavender, almost anything you can use lavender for, from bug bites, bee stings, burns, like any sort of skin irritation or inflammation on the skin, that kind of stuff. Like lavender is calming, soothing, restorative. So inhaling it is great for getting a really deep relaxation, deep aroma for calm and for sleep. And you can put a drop on your pillow. You can diffuse it at night. Topically, it's great for skin, for scalp, even in your hair, just for calming purposes and irritations of the skin or imperfections in the skin. And then internally, it is so good, so good for your nervous system. I'm actually going to demo that here. So don't mind me. I'm just going to put a drop underneath my tongue directly. It's called sublingually. And there was a few drops. What that does is it directly gets into your nervous system, causing ease, causing calm, and really supporting your nervous system response to just mellow and chill out. So it relaxes your mind when you take it internally. I've got to wash that down a little bit. You will see that a lot of these oils, when you take them internally, is just so potent and powerful in your mouth that You just need to wash it down, rinse your mouth out a little bit. But you can add this in a veggie capsule, such as something like this that Adaptiv comes in, and you snap it together and you just swallow it like a pill. It could be in tea. I love adding lavender to hot tea with bergamot. All of that is really good just to reset and calm your nervous system. Then here's some after sun soothing serum, which doTERRA has a whole sunshine line coming out this summer, which I'm excited about. And our lavender comes directly from Bulgaria. There's no other lavender on this planet that is like doTERRA lavender. I've smelled so many different ones. Many of them do not smell correct. They smell sweet like synthetic lavender, because lavender also is the #1 adulterated essential oil. So if it's sweet, if it causes you a headache, if it is makes you sneeze, that means it's fake. It's synthetic. It's been created in a lab, and it is not pure essential oil. So yes, doTERRA lavender for the win. It's so good. Okay, lemon. I wash my fruits and veggies. A lot of times we get fruits and veggies from the store and they have some sort of protective wax on our apples or some chemicals residue and spray that's just lingering because they just rinse with water sometimes. So I use lavender to cut it down and making sure that all of the things come off of my fruits and veggies. High quality water also is very effective in cleaning off your veggies, but I love to add the lemon with it as well. It's great for creating a cheerful, uplifting environment in your home. It is your natural Goo Gone for sticky residue, anything like that. I've actually used it to take adhesive off of a wall where previous owners of our home had like those mirrors like you would have in a gym, but they put a ton of glue behind there. And I've used lemon, just direct lemon on the wall with it's one of those sponges that gets wet and they get really soft. And when they're dry, they're hard. What are they called? Mr. Sponge or something like that. And it breaks it up and it's just amazing. Topically, it's great for cleansing. It is in this combo. We've got citrus bloom and lemon that do have citrus oils in them, Arex as well. So you wouldn't want to put them on before you're going to be out in the sunshine for a long period of time, especially as we get into spring and summer where we're in the sun a little more. They are UV sensitive, so you can increase your risk of getting a sunburn if you have these oils on and then you're outside in some direct sunlight for a really long time. So just be aware of that. Use your sunscreen, protect your body, and just notice, like, I don't need to put lemon on my face in the morning. I need to do that at night if I'm going to use it for cleansing. It's a great topical cleanser as well. And then I personally love adding lemon to my water. Always use a stainless mug, cup, or glass because it will break down the inside of a cup. So definitely utilize that, though. It's a great for all your filtering organs. So it just helps all of that work proper and optimally. So next up we're almost through them all. It was a big, lovely BOGO box. We've got On Guard Touch. On Guard Touch is great for immune support. So it's nice during seasonal changes when your immune system may be compromised. You have oils in here that are highest in concentration of antioxidants, which we know the importance of antioxidants. If anything, over the last 2 years, we really know the importance of antioxidants and how those antioxidants support our immune system, are the way that keep our immune system in balance so that it can fight off ailments that we are exposed to. If we do not have enough antioxidants in our body, our immune system does not function properly. So you've got cinnamon and clove, which have the highest amount of antioxidants of any essential oils in here as well. And then you've got eucalyptus, which is really good for respiratory and it's a natural expectorant. So it's helpful with like breaking down any sort of gunk that you have going on in your body. So topically is the best way to use this touch roller. If you have the 15 ml, you can take that one internally, but not in our touch roller. Put this on your feet, down your spine daily as a preventative measure. It is most effective used daily and as prevention rather than reaction, which is like our traditional healthcare. So next up, oregano. Oregano is great, but it's super hot. In this 15 ml, you would want to dilute it for sure. Use coconut oil with it. Aromatically, it's very potent, but it has a very high phenol content. So use caution with it because that causes a lot of like irritation if you put too much, but it adds a little bit of herb. I personally, if I diffuse it, I do a toothpick of oregano because it is very strong and it overpowers the other oils that you add with it. But it's great if anyone in your family is feeling under the weather, if you're dealing with any seasonal changes, oregano is the way to go. I do make a lot of roller blends that have oregano in it because it is very powerful for your immune support as well. Applying that on the bottoms of your feet and your spines, very supportive for your body. And then internally, you can take it in veggie capsules. I do not recommend taking it under your tongue like I did the lavender. It would be very hot and would burn, so don't do that. But it is helpful for digestion. It's helpful for immune support. And just put 1 drop. I always tell people to add coconut oil, MCT oil, something like that in your capsule, and then swallow it. It will settle easy in your body. So our oregano comes from Turkey, which is awesome, but it's also great to flavor your food. So if you are making spaghetti sauce or some Italian dish and it calls for fresh oregano, use a toothpick at a time of our oregano. It's nice because the shelf life is really long versus oregano that we buy at the store and it's in the fridge and then a few days it's wilted. So just keep that in mind. Next up, it's also amazing if you have like any sort of growth on your skin, do direct oregano on it, but put coconut oil around that and oregano directly on the location. It works awesome. Next up, we've got Peppermint Touch, which is very similar to our Digest Zen Touch, our Breathe Touch that we just talked about. Peppermint Touch is great for head tension, aches and pains, any sort of inflammatory issue, but it is so good for opening airways, creating alertness and focus. So I personally love to apply it across my forehead for focus and alertness. It's great first thing in the morning, or personally when I am in a lot of fluorescent lighting, it causes irritation to my eyes, which gives me head tension. And so using peppermint really helps with that support. It's great for topical use, for anything that you need to like if you sit at your office desk and you're hunched over and you're just sore at the end of the day or whatnot, use that in that location to really help. If you're on your feet a lot, put it on the bottoms of your feet or your lower back. It's really good. Peppermint also is a great bug repellent. It loves to repel spiders. So I personally, with my 15 ml of peppermint, make a little spray that we keep in the basement because we do notice that spiders like to come through our window wells. In the spring and summer months, they make their way and they creep in. And if we put and spray, a few times a week, just as I think about it, that peppermint oil, it makes a huge difference in what is coming in those window wells when the seasons change. And next up, I think we have 1 or 2 more. We've got Serenity. So Serenity is lavender's sister. So it has lavender in it, but it has other oils in the blend. It is a blend. I'll list all the oils. You've got lavender, cedarwood, hoewood, ylang-ylang, marjoram, Roman chamomile, vetiver, vanilla, and Hawaiian sandalwood. All of those cause relaxation and calming environment or soothing environment for sleep. Amazing to diffuse, amazing to put in your doTERRA Dawn humidifier overnight for unwinding and calming right before bed. It is part of my nightly bedtime routine to get my mind ready for sleep and really get me into relaxation. I breathe it in deeply. I use the Serenity roller on my forehead, and I take deep breaths of it, bottoms of my feet as well. It's a great blend to incorporate for bedtime or for moments of relaxation. Balance and Serenity together is also, so if you have both of these 15 mLs, I would recommend doing like 30 drops each in a roller and the rest with coconut oil, because that is known as liquid Xanax. So use that for those feelings of overwhelm, those feelings of anxious. If you're on the go and you got those in your BOGO kit, definitely utilize those too. So last up, but not least, we have tea tree. Tea tree is known as like a purifying, cleansing oil. It's great for hair, skin, and nails. My nails right now, I don't have any polish. I've kind of been letting them breathe for a while, but using tea tree, which I'll show you right here, if I just put a little bit on my cuticles and rub it in, ideally this would be with some coconut oil, but I don't have my pump right here, but just rub them in and you can see how it's so supportive of those cuticles. And it's just really good. If you're, have your natural nail and you just want to like help with the health looking nails of it. It's also really good for your scalp. Any bugs that might be floating around from other students in your children's schools. This is a great repellent for that. So incorporating this into children's shampoo or sprays as well is an important piece. It's also great for just freshening and purifying the air. To me, it smells like a spa day when I do tea tree blends. I like doing tea tree with citrus oils and just diffusing that inside. It's also really good for your immune support. So because of its purifying and cleansing properties, it also is great for the immune system. If you have skin imperfections or issues that you want to improve, utilizing this within your face cleanser and moisturizer is really effective as well. It helps even out all those imperfections. Adding it on your tooth, it's great for oral health too. So putting a drop on your toothbrush is really beneficial when you're brushing your teeth. Using it as a it's a natural antibacterial. So using it to like freshen stinky shoes or gym bags, you can mix it with soda and put it inside. You can, spray it with some sort of water or like an alcohol mix, and a witch hazel mix and tea tree and spray inside shoes and then set them out in the sun. And that is very effective as well. So it's amazing for all things skin related. I have a yoga mat spray that I use in my basement that I clean my yoga mat off every time I use it. It's this exact thing with lavender and tea tree in a spray bottle, and it works really well. We get our tea tree from Australia and also Kenya. So thank you for being here. I hope that you got many tips from our BOGO week and enjoyed all of these extra resources and understanding of how to use your BOGO oils. If you have questions, reach out. You can always text that number I gave you at the beginning of the video and ask me questions. And I'm happy and here to support you on your oil journey. And I absolutely love seeing people have aha moments and move forward in their health and wellness journeys, finding natural solutions and becoming very empowered in taking control of their own health. So I look forward to continue to working with you if you're brand new to oils. But thank you for being here. Again, I'm Melissa Gaskin. Please reach out. My contact information is in this video as well. So please reach out if you have any questions. And see you soon.